Hey everyone, it's me, Duchess Iffy, the intimacy strategist. How is everyone doing in this heat? I have to admit, I haven't actually tagged anyone or even put a notice. I just realized I haven't done a live in a while. And apologies if you can't hear me properly because I've got my fan on and it's one of those industrial ones, but the heat is killing. And I do have air conditioning, but it's in the bedroom and I've been kicked out by my children. Imagine. Excuse me. Hey Oluwakemi, thank you for joining. Hi. And they've kicked me out of my own bedroom. So they're enjoying the AC and I'm here suffering with fan. But anyway, I get to spend time with you guys. So today, what are we going to talk about? Anything. You know me, I always have my subjects. So I just thought I'm going to choose a topic, and you can see it from the header. It said, grab a drink, listen to music, and cuddle. It sounds simple. That's a task. Look at the task. This is what you should do. But let's talk about it, because it's not the easiest thing to do. It sounds simple. You get a drink, put on some music, and just have a cuddle. But some of us can't do that. We can't do something that is simple in words but difficult in action. And that's the thing. Hey Emmanuel, thank you for joining. And that's the thing. We sometimes forget that speaking comes easier than actually doing. That's the truth. You know, I think I put a post up a while ago that said, hey AD, how are you? I said that love is a doing word. And people were like, oh, well, it can be a nanny, trying to be intelligent with it. But, that's human beings for you. But the truth of the matter is that doing something is very difficult than saying it. So you have a couple and you say to them, take time out of your relationship, time out of your life, time out of your daily activities, and literally get a drink, put music on, listen to it, and cuddle. So many people find it difficult. So many people will find it so difficult. And it's a shame. It's really a shame, because if you don't take time out to spend time with your partner without external activities, you're missing out. It is one of the love languages. It could be quality time or physical touch, depending on where you want to place it because of the cuddling. But the two of them, let's even use the two of them, the quality time and the cuddling. That's a love language. That's 2 of the 5 love languages. And it's powerful. Being in someone's space, being next to each other, being so close that you can feel their body heat, it's comforting. It gives you a feeling of security. It raises the loving hormones in your body. It creates a chemical reaction that just makes you feel safe. But people underestimate that because they're like, oh yes, we're in this relationship, we've got so many important things to do, we have to do very important things, and I have to rest and get ready for the next hustle the next day. That's all well and good, and please, I'm working. It's past 9. I'm working, but you know what? If you don't take out time for that relationship, it is actually not going to thrive. Hey Ada, thank you for joining. It's not going to thrive. It's not possible. Think about it. Let's imagine a plant. You get a plant, you go to the garden shop and you get our garden center as they call it, and you get yourself a plant. You bring it into the house, there are instructions. And the instructions is you put it in sunlight, you need to water it, and once in a while you need to give it food, whether it's fertilizer, whatever the case may be. If you don't water it, put it in the right atmosphere or in the right environment, and you don't feed it, what do you think is going to happen? It's going to wilt and die. That's what it's going to do. It's a law of nature. So let's even go there. It's a law of nature. It will die. So let's bring that scenario back into your relationship. You are in a relationship with someone you love, someone you've chosen, someone you said, you are the person that I want to share my life with. You are the person that I want to witness my ups and downs and sees the true me. You are the person that is more important than anyone else. Some people say, but my children are important. Yes, no, your children are important, but they're not on the same level. So let's not compare partners and children, because that's a mistake that a lot of us do, especially in our community. Children are your children. Your partner is your partner. Don't be competing with them. Don't even your parents. They're all on different levels. Yes, with the same intensity of love, but they're on different lanes. Let's not confuse and muddy it. But that's a different topic. So back to what I'm saying. So this is the person you've chosen. And you've said, okay, we have common values, we love each other, all the rest of it, the beautiful things. And then you go past the honeymoon stage. When you go past the honeymoon stage and you're not getting to places where there are trials and tribulations, because every relationship will have trials and tribulations. That's life. That's another law of nature. I don't know if I made that up, but I think that's a law of nature. You're going to have issues. The reason why you're going to have issues is because you are imperfect and that person is imperfect. You're coming together. There is going to be friction. I mean, siblings have friction, much less people who have different upbringing, different thoughts and the rest of it. But you hope that you have enough love, compromise, understanding, patience, tolerance to be able to overlook those things because they don't breach your core values. And that's something I can speak about another time, about your non-negotiables, your core values, and how they should be very important and how you should have boundaries around them, because most relationships do break up because those values have been breached. But that's a different topic. So back to that. So you're facing these difficulties. You're growing your business, you're growing your career, whatever that case may be. Children might come in, and then you just say, okay, let's focus on these things. We want to make money. We're looking at retirement, blah, 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 blah. So both of you wake up in the morning, you do the functional things you're supposed to, and you go out. You come back in, hey, how was your day? Oh, it was fine. Oh, okay, I'm going to deal with the child, I'm going to deal with that, and then that's it. Hey, Echi, hi. And then that's it. And then you go to bed. You wake up in the morning, you do the same thing. You make time for, going to visit friends. You make time to go and visit family. You make time for your children. But if you do not make time for each other, what do you think is going to happen? If you do not sow into your relationship, hi Gift, how are you? If you don't sow into your relationship, if you do not put water, if you do not put food, if you do not put your relationship in the right environment, what do you think is going to happen? It cannot thrive. I don't care what anyone says. It cannot thrive. And a lot of us are forgetting that. I mean, the generation after us maybe are understanding that balance. But most of us are forgetting that balance. We're forgetting how to do the things that we need to do to make sure that our relationship thrives. Is that, that's how marriage is? No, that's a life from the pit of hell. That is not how marriage is. If the marriage was supposed to be endured, would Solomon have married 700? Let's not deceive ourselves. That's not, marriage is not meant to be endured. It's meant to be enjoyed. But you need to do what you have to do to make sure that your marriage thrives. Let's not be persuaded by other people's relationship and what they do. No. Concern yourself with yourself and your partner, because everybody likes different things. Now, as I said, my language of love is acts of service. So sitting down and listening to music is enjoyable, but it will still give me pleasure if I put on massive headphones and did it by myself. So that's not my love language. But for some other people, it is their love language. So, but you have to spend that time together. Remember they say music is the language of the soul. So imagine you've put down the light, you've got romantic light in your bedroom, reading light, whatever you want to call it. Kids are doing their own thing, have gone to bed, and you just listen. You don't even have to talk. I'm not talking about, it's not complicated. Don't even talk. Just sit down and let the music wash over you. Just sitting down in silence, because some people don't know how to sit in silence. You know that what they call companionable silence? No, some people don't know. Some people think they must fill in the silence, or if there's silence, there's problem. That's not true. Being in each other's space and just enjoying the feeling of just being together. No pressures of work, no pressures of kids, bills, whatever that pressure is, it's all melting away, and you're just in the moment with your partner. That is connecting. It's like for those who are in prayer or meditating, when you're at one with your spirit, this is now being at one with your partner. It's two of you together. So please always take time to do that. Get a drink. You know, the thing about it, I'm not saying that you have to make it boring. Get a drink, have a drink. Choose your favorite tipple. Find music that is soothing to you. And I'm not talking about I'm not talking about grime, drum and bass, Afro beats, although there's some romantic Afro beats. But something that it's slow and soothing, that helps you to, hey Chris, that helps you to just unwind together. It's very important, because if we don't make time for each other, somebody is going to go and look for that time somewhere else. That's a fact. I'm not even going to I'm not here to kind of make everything hunky-dory and say, if you do this. No. The truth about it is that if there is a gap in your relationship, that gap must be filled. What's that saying? I remember my physics or science, one of my science teachers in secondary school said, something doesn't like vacuum or something like that. I can't remember what it is. But anyway, the fact still is that if there is space, something must come and fill it in. If you're not giving your woman time, something is going to fill it in, and you will be kicked to the sideline. Woman, if you're not giving your man time, somebody is going to fill that time in. And we all know that the idle mind is the devil's workshop. If somebody's time is, thank you, AD, nature abhors vacuum. God bless you. See, those that went to school. So, if you allow that gap to come in, don't get me wrong, there are things that can happen that you can't do anything about. Yes. But spending time, quality time with your partner, making time out. See, Ezekiel, you know that because we went to the same secondary school, so you know exactly what we were taught. So, so if you don't do what you're supposed to do to make time for your partner, to give them that, to feed their soul, to feed their need, somebody else is going to do it for you. And no one is saying that you have to do excessively. No, it's not an excessive thing. Plan it. People don't like plan. They want to be spontaneous all the time. Brothers and sisters, those in relationship, life doesn't always allow you to be spontaneous. Fact. See, I'm here on the fact matter today. Let me speak to those who like facts. You cannot be spontaneous all the time. Sometimes you need to plan these romantic gestures. Sometimes you need to plan the sleeping together, sex. Sometimes it needs to be scheduled. Sometimes you need to plan the quality time. Because when you plan it, you give it priority. When you give it priority, it takes place. This is another fact. It's what I'm factualizing today. That is a fact. Think about it. If you put something in your calendar that says, I'm going to do something, you're more likely to do it than if you don't. That's just how we work. So make time. Tell your lover, I'm making time for us today. This is what we're going to do. We're going to spend time. Hi, Stephen. We're going to spend time together. I'm going to make sure the kids are all sorted. We're not. I've checked. There's no football, whatever, or you can even give up the sports. There's no sports at the moment, really. And we're just going to spend time together. We don't have to talk about anything serious. We can gist, but we're not going to talk. We're just going to spend time with each other in one space as one. That's the goal. And some might say, yeah, but what if he doesn't agree? You know what? He might not agree because he might not think you're serious. She might not agree because she doesn't think you're serious, or it's new and it's like, where did that come from? But you've got to try. This is the person you said you want to spend your life with. If you don't try for them, who will you try for? And yes, we have men that are difficult and women that are difficult. And men, I'm not coming against you. I'm talking about everybody here. Yes, there are people that are difficult and do not want to make the effort. But then that's another issue. But if you truly know that the person you're with truly loves you and wants a great relationship and wants to connect with you, sometimes you're going to have to give them a helping hand. And that is why, for me, I created the intimacy cards to give you those prompts for the things that you can do to increase your intimacy, to deepen your connection. Because it's not easy. I know, it's not easy. I cannot come to you and tell you it's easy. It's not easy. With all the other things going on around us, the different hats we all wear, you still have to remember to be that person that drops all those other hats and say, okay, I'm now centered. I'm now going to be the lover to my partner. It's not easy, but we've got to make an effort. The same way we have learned skills, we're going to learn these skills as well. So my people, this is not a long one because I don't even have Wi-Fi. I'm using my 4G and I hope you guys can hear me well. It's make time. So grab a drink. The weekend is coming because remember, now the kids don't even have time for you because most of them have been at home for so long. If you're in the UK, they've been at home since March. They don't even have time for you. They're like, I don't need to see your face. So take time out. Go into your bedroom, or if the kids are upstairs in the sitting room, shut the doors, put music on, have a drink, relax, listen to music. Hey Chica, hey Didi. Just listen to music and just spend time together. Spend time. Hi Aya. Spend time together. Learn how to be as one. It's not that and let me just say this. This time I'm recommending for you guys, or this activity, or this challenge, whatever the word you might want to use, is not a time for you to have discussions. No. There's other times to have other discussions about things that you want to talk about, your heart's desires, your dream, well, whatever the issue, all those things you want to. No. This one is time for you to just spend it in silence. I'm not even saying watch a movie. I'm not even saying you have to watch a film. If you want to, you can. But I'm really focusing on music because it lets your imagination wander. It takes you to a place of happy times where you and your partner were just having fun, where things were easy, things were light, the things that bring smiles, a holiday you've taken, a time when you just felt so loved, it overwhelmed you and your heart was filled. That's what music does. It takes you to that place and it reminds you of why that person beside you is the person you chose. That's what music does. If you have a song that is your favorite song, you play it. It reminds you because when sometimes we just have days when we just don't like our partners. Let's be honest. Let's talk. Hey, friend. There's sometimes when we just don't like, hi, Amy. We just don't like our partners. There's the days that just irritate us. We just wake up and we look at them like, oh my goodness. The beauty of music is that it helps you to remember why. Remember why that's the person you chose. It helps you remember why that is the person that you have chosen above every other person. The person that makes you smile. The person that truly sees you and knows who you are behind the facade that you give the world. The person that understands you. That's what music helps you do. That's what music helps you do. And the truth is, not everyone's going to agree with me, and that's okay. But reality is, music soothes you, helps you to calm down, helps to remind you why. And when you remember why, it's easier to love again. It's easier to deepen that connection. So my people, as my card says, if you can read it, grab a bottle. I said wine actually, but if wine is not your thing, look for some music, sit down and cuddle and let the music wash over you. That is my tip, challenge, exercise for all of you in a relationship. Take time to do this. It's very important. And, let me know how it goes. Me, I always love to hear good news. I love to hear the changes. I love to just know that relationships are deepening and relationships are just getting better and relationships are sweeter and no one is enduring it but enjoying it. Let me know. So thank you all for listening to me. It was an impromptu live, but I realized I hadn't done a live for a while, so I thought, why not? In this lovely heat, I was hoping for rain, but there's no rain. But, we shall cope. Everyone try and get yourself a cold drink. I'm having cold coffee or iced coffee. So thank you. It's me, Duchess Iffy, as you can see at the top. Duchess Iffy, the intimacy strategist. And I shall speak to you all soon. Take care. Enjoy the rest of the evening and see you soon. Bye.